Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Bashim Shah Brakatah to all the brothers out there. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal, Bashim Shah to all the sisters. This Isupk New Orleans coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And our goal and our mission is to free the minds of all blacks, Hispanics, Latino, and First Nation people to let them know they are the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. The people that the people of antiquity, the people of the Bible. You know, that it wasn't, you know, that Bible is not a fairy tale book. That was real history. That was our history. You know, it's been so much, you know, propaganda spread about it, you know, to make you think it's not about you, but it really is. It's about you. Even though they got the face, you know, those Jewish people, they the face, you know, but you the real, you know, but you actually is the chairman and the CEO. He just the face, you know. He identity theft, you know, identity thief. That's all they did. So and now we are like we're going into World War III, you know, and I'm gonna go to a scripture right quick, you know. And then, everybody like worry about this, worry about that. Oh, it's the end of the world. Hey, let it come. No, let it come. Because Matthew 24:6 said, and you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. Don't be troubled. For these things, don't be troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So all this got to come to pass. All the prophets, what the prophets said, and what Yahweh Shah said, all that must come to pass. You know, Most High is not the author of confusion. If he told the prophet to say it, he said and it comes to pass. And if a prophet say something and it don't come to pass, he's a false prophet. When we talk about false prophets, let's talk about, at the end, this is Black History Month. Let's talk about all these false prophets like Martin Luther King, Al Sharpton, Buffalo Dollar, T.D. Snakes, the list goes on and on. These supposed to be our leaders, but yet they do nothing for us. They riding around in private jets and $5,000 suits, and $2,000 shoes, and we don't know what 1,000, 2,000 look like to income tax time come around, or the government send us a check, That's the only time we know what that money is, that kind of money is like. But I say, and I tell you, Aki and Waku, time to get your house in order, the bill has run, Russia ain't playing. They're dropping bombs like it's out of control all over the Ukraine. So get yourself in order. Get into this one body that's the Isupk under Commander General Yohana, and learn about what you're supposed to be doing. Smoking cigarettes. No. It's a no. And you want to ask why? Because the Most High cannot reside in an unclean temple. That's why smoking or using drugs, that's why it's frowned upon. Because you messing up the Lord's temple, or being an alcoholic. You mess up the Lord's temple, you ever just watch the alcoholic, you sloppy drunk, talking all crazy, you can't get them to shut up, Most High wants to clean. So, so get yourself together, because, round one has started. We get been talking about for years with the last day. Now we really at the last days, and there's gonna be thermal, nuclear, war. That lake of fire. Talk about who Christ died for. You know, there's a lot of, a lot of people, a lot of nationalities, I say, want to hold claim to that fact because they either done they converted to Christianity or Catholicism, or or some non-denominational junk that has absolutely nothing to do with the Most High power who we serve anyway. But they all think, you know, like just like us, we know you had to be born an Israelite, just like how they credo go. You can't be born, you can't join in. You have to be born in. Say, hey, we had the same credo. You know, you can't join in. You have to be born in. You get hey, if your father a Hebrew Israelite, so are you. If he's not, you're not. Exactly. You just can't graft in here. No, we're not accepting you. We're turning you around at the door. Mhm. So let's get into these scriptures. We're gonna go to Matthew chapter 1. We're gonna start at 18. Matthew chapter 1, verse 18. Now the birth of Yahweh Shemashach was on the wise when as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph. So in other words, I guess Mary was beginning to show that before her and Joseph had the marriage ceremony, that they had already married. See, for Eastern culture back then, sex is marriage. You come over here, you got to get a marriage license. Or they go in front of a judge or a preacher, and he married you. That's it. But back in our culture, once you lay down with that woman, just like our culture now, you lay down with that woman, that's your wife. And he said, before they came together, and she was fine with the child and the Holy Ghost. Found that funny, that people love to say God came down, had sex with Mary. Now, do that make any sense at all? If he wanted, he was making people already. So why he got to come down and have sex with somebody? He made your people. He made everybody on the face of this earth. So he ain't got to come down and have sex with nobody. So they let you know how silly, and how paganistic that the oppressor is to even include that. That because he didn't want us finding out our records, our history. He wanted to hide forever, Verse 19, then Joseph, her husband, being a just man, like just said, Joseph, her husband. Like I said, sex is marriage. Once he said sex was, she was no longer a spy, she was his wife. He said, Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make her a public example, was willing to put her away privately. Like he ain't want to just say, oh, no, I ain't, that's not my baby, and this, that, and the other, just make her look like a thought or something like that. He wanted to kind of like do it quietly, but the angel talked to him, said, but while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thy son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Ghost. Like, no, you made a special child, and he even said that was his wife, even the angel said that was his wife, In verse 21 it says, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh, for he shall save his people from their sins. Now you hear that? It said Yahweh, who you call Jesus Christ. So he's going to save his people from their sin. And who was his people? His people was the Israelites, the Hebrews. The children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. you know, all the way through the root of David. That was his people. You know, not the Edomites, like the Elamites, not Moab, you know, not Ammon, you know, not you know, sorry, not you Ishmaelites, even though, you know, we have a common ancestor, you know, but it wasn't, you know, you weren't part of the covenant. You know, neither was Ham, who they like to link us to, saying we're the children of Ham, and that's a lie. We're not the children of Ham. We are the children of Seth. I mean, Hashem, so it's a Hashem, you know, that's what we are. But they always twist the stuff, you know, like they don't even want critical race theory taught in schools. They don't want they kids traumatized. What about us? Look at all the traumatization we've been going through for the last, you know, since we've been here. How you stop kids at car, or, you know, they driving, you dragging kids out the car and slam them on the ground like they're adults or something. I mean, these ain't nothing but some babies. But you're doing them like that, and you want to talk about, you know, you don't want critical race. Look, that's fine. That's why you have the Isupk, because we gonna teach. We're gonna teach that critical race theory, and don't care what you got to say about it. You know, what we care about what you got to say about our history, about what you done, and all the crimes you done through the earth. You know, that's why you're gonna be punished for it, for all the crimes you have done in the earth. You know, everybody else gonna get a pass. You ain't gonna get nothing. You know, you the only nation that's not gonna get anything. You know, it's not gonna receive mercy. So you better start pucking your lips up, get ready to kiss on some boots, and maybe the Most High will have mercy on you. You see us out there? Don't just walk past. Don't drop some in the donation bucket and kiss these boots. You know, ask for forgiveness because your time is running out, which I know you very well know. You know, go to Matthew 15 and 24. You know, this going, you know, it was a woman who had a daughter that had a demon off in her, and she stopped Christ, you know, and she was begging for his help. And then you say, you know, and he told, when he told, he said, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So he let them know, you know, hey, I'm not here to help you. I'm here to help my people, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's who I'm here on this earth to do a job for them, not you. You know, but you know, she convinced him so good, saying, you know, because Christ went on to told her this, you know, but then, you know, she said, Lord, please help me, you know, and he told her, you know, when he answered and said, it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast the dogs. Verse 27. And she said, truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat the crumbs which fall from their master's table. So, and then Yahweh answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. See, that's what Christ did. That's how powerful Christ is, you know. And and everybody got this, you know, everybody that's outside the Isupk got Christ as this nice, cuddly old, you know, guy, you know, when Christ was hardcore. You see how he just talked to that woman, called her a dog? You know, ain't no good guy gonna call no female a dog, you know, like that. You know, he's gonna be like, oh my daughter, you know, he's gonna be talking like that. You know, they make a mockery out of Christ by making him so soft when Christ wasn't soft at all. How can you be soft? And when you go up in the temple and see them use it as a money making scheme, You beat all the Sadducees and Pharisees up out of there with a whip. You know, he whipping them up out of there. But he, you know, but he Mr. Nice. No, Mr. Nice don't do stuff like that. No, he gonna like brothers. Let's not do that. You know, that's what he's gonna do. You know, but Christ is a straight up G. You know, this who the Christ that you serve. He's a straight up G. You know, he's gonna love you. He's gonna correct you, and he's gonna say, "Go and sin no more." Not go do a sin and then come back to me. No, he don't want you to. No, those days are over with. That's why the Most High stopped taking burnt offerings, all that. Christ was that offering. He shed his blood to give us another chance, you know, because the Most High was through with us at one time. Basically turned his back on us because of our idol worship. You know, you can do a whole lot of things, but idol worship is one thing the Most High do not like. You can't, you can't love, your wife more than the Most High. You can't love money more than the Most High. You can't even love your children more than the Most High. The Most High comes first in everything. And that's what he wants, and that's what he's looking for. And if we go to Matthew 10:5, so the Most High, commands obedience. And just tell you, Christ didn't come for everybody. Before I go to this Matthew 10:5, just want to bring up John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so whoever should believe in him shall have everlasting life. And the rest of the world grabbed onto that and took it as theirs. When it's not there, it's ours. And we're gonna get into it. And let me see, Matthew chapter 10:5. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, "Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not." So he let them know off the top, hey, don't go nowhere. Well, in this sentence, Gentiles meant stranger, somebody that was not an Israelite. It said, no, don't go into Samaria, go into the ghettos, go into the barrios, go into the reservations, and get my sheep. That's what he told them. Go in there and talk to my sheep. Verse 6, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and it's coming. And the Most High making it real, evident who the power is. Like I said, just like in Joel, 3, so what does he have to do with me? Tyre and Zidon and all the coast of Palestine? Would you render me a recompense? If you recompense me, just swiftly will I turn a recompense on your own head. Just to paraphrase. It's good to the time where it's gonna come to that. They finna have their recompense return upon their own head, and everything they put us through, they going through. Or they going through. Yes, indeed. You better believe they are. We don't all you gotta do is follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Like I said, get your house in order. For the Most High, we try. Even though they say on the remnant we say we trying our best to save everybody. We don't want to see nobody go. We ain't no haters up in here. We want the camps to come back. Follow the general. Commander General Holland's commandments and all council order to come together. You see how much love the general had, even though they left and did this and did that, he still ordered them, come on back home. Come back where it started it. And you didn't come up with this, you came came with this from out the ISUPK under Commander General Hunter. That's where you came with your 12 tribe chart, your picture of Black Jesus, and all that stuff y'all have. Y'all got it from the ISUPK. That's where it came from. When you go to John chapter 4 and 22, it's how it's time for all these religions, and it's supposed to, it's supposed to be no religion, it's supposed to be one belief. Like you said in Ephesians 4, one, like 4 and 5, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, and that's what it's supposed to be now. Except now, we have, you have many, you got everybody sacrifices on titles now instead of follow the one true power. You got starters. We had Roman Catholicism, which they call it, Christianity, and then you have Islam and Judaism. I'm the 3 main religions. And ain't none of them right. Things like that you have in the ISUPK, you will never hear off in their services. You'll never attain that type of knowledge under them. Only thing you'll hear is John 3:16, for God so loved the world, blah 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 blah. Sending you on a pathway to destruction. Let's go to John chapter 4, verse 22. In John chapter 4, verse 22, and it reads, "You worship, you know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews." Yeah, so we know who we worship. Now we do, since we on ISUPK, we know who we worship. We know it's not no Holy Trinity. We know it's God up there by himself. Ain't no other guy ruling with him. Ain't no second in charge, none of that. It's just him. Christ on standby with the rest of the angels ready to come down and destroy this place. Before that, God is the chief, big chief. He ain't taking orders from nobody. He giving the orders. Nobody tell him when to do nothing. He tell them when to do something. So like I said, like my family is very Christian. You can't even call them Christian. But you know what I'm trying to say. They them Sunday Christians. Rest of the week is something else. But I try to talk to them, but they stuck on the fact so you can have as many wives you want to. I said, why every time y'all talk to me about that? I said it's the fact. I said, since I know y'all have many as you want to. I said, no, you can't be like the man up in the ISUPK. No, you have one man, and that man can have many wives he want to, but his duty unto you, his first wife, will not diminish. Either you take, put your big girl drawers on and accept your man has another wife or something like that, or or get to stepping. But they all, no matter which one I talk to, that's be their main conversation. The multiple wives thing, ain't that polygamy, all that? Oh yeah, it's polygamy for sure, but it's not illegal, because we doing it the holy way. We doing it the way it was set up. Sex is marriage. Not getting a certificate, You know, marriage certificate, you know, then, you know, you do that and then you get married. Now that would be polygamy. So, you know, that'd be polygamy right there. Then you go to jail. Mhm. Then that's when you go to jail, you know. Yeah, you don't legally marry somebody and then turn around, you know, and marry somebody else. Yeah, that's what you call polygamy, you know. But they always they always want to say something about us because they see the work we doing, they see the lives being changed, and they want something to say. They want something bad to say, you know, about the ISUBK, and they can't. You know, that's the only thing they can pull up out the hat is the multiple wives thing, which is you go through. You, like I tell them, like you go through scripture. Tell me where it says wrong to have more than one wife. When our forefathers had many wives, that's how they built this nation. You know, Deuteronomy, I think with that seven of things. So, you know, we didn't choose us because we was the largest in number. We said we was the fewest. So we had to have multiple wives to bulk up our, you know, population. You know, we was the fewest people. So we, you know, we got multiple wives. So how you think we got 12 tribes? You know, Jacob, he had what four? I think four wives. You know, and that's he came up with 12 sons. And that's what we had 12 lost the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel right now. We go to Romans chapter 9, verse 4. You know, yeah. How you think you build a nation? You can't build a nation. You know, I know you may have one that can spit out 13 a clip, you know, but you know, but everybody don't spit out, every woman don't spit out babies like that. You know, they may only have one or maybe even two or three at the very most. My son can, you know, kick them on out. You know? So they had to have multiple wives to build up this nation, just to build up the nation. So now we on, you know, like now, you know, we still practice that, but they don't like it because it's not the Christian thing to do with them. So one thing, we're not no Christians, okay? Oh, you don't believe, you don't follow, you don't follow Jesus Christ. Of course we follow Christ, but we're not no Christians like you. We follow Christ every day, all day, 365, 24/7. You just whenever you feel the need to. That's the difference between us and you. We true followers of Christ. We are the true Christians. So we follow Christ. Mm. Go to Romans 9, chapter 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of God, and the promises. So all that was promised unto the nation of Israel off in the wilderness. And they was with Moses. He sprinkled the blood on them, said, whatever the Most High say, you will do. And they said, we will. That was that covenant right there. And everybody out there was black and brown. Was no pale face out there. You know. Was none. Was no Israelites out there. Were no Hamites out there. Just the lost tribes. Nation Israel was out there. But we got scattered abroad. That's why we call it laws. Because we all over the world. You know. Verse 5. Whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came, who is over all. God bless forever. Amen. You know, we just gotta understand, you know, we came through Christ, you know, like our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's who the line Christ came through. And that's who we come through that same line. You know, but people want to tell you, hey, man, you're talking foolishness. You know, y'all got a misconception of the scriptures and everything. When you pick it up and close your ears to them, how much clearer the Bible seems. You know, everything start making sense to you. You know, instead of listening to a song and dance. You know, every time every time you get to go to church, it's just a song and dance. Just watch a rerun. You ain't learning nothing. Your life not getting any better. You getting deeper in debt. You know, that's about all that's happened to you. They don't believe in keeping the law, but they believe in keeping the laws of tithes. Now, how you throw away every last law except for that one? If you say the law was done and well with, why do you tithe then? I always wondered that. You go to Romans 11 and 26. Like I said, how can a law be done away with, but you still practice tithes? Some people even tithe 20% or even more, when you're only supposed to tithe 10%. But to let you tell it, all the law is supposed to be done away with, you shouldn't be getting no tithes. We can go to Romans 11 and 26. And so all Israel shall be saved. You hear that? So this goes back to John 3:16. Israel shall be saved. Not through oppressor. Not the oppressor that the devil that the Bible speaks of, not him, not the Ishmaelites, not Moab, not Ammon, not the Elamites, not the Japhites, not the Ishmaelites, not Put, Ham, and Cush, none of them. Just the Israelites. That's who's gonna be saved. Israel. So as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. So that's exactly what Christ did. That's why you got the Isupk here right now, to turn sins away from the 12 tribes, get them back to these laws, statutes, commandments. That's your history. If you ever want to know what your history is, part of these laws, statutes, and commandments is your history. Being under protection of the Most High God, that's your history. Love your brother as you love yourself, that's your history right there. And fearing God with all your mind, heart, and soul, that's your history right there. Everything else is new. You start doing that, you start seeing the change. You can't worry about what somebody else got to say when they see you in this walk. So you don't change, you don't do this, you don't do that. Of course you don't. You're a changed person. You live in the way you're supposed to live. You gotta be a change. That's how you talk to the wrong, talk to people who's not, what they say they are. You go to Jeremiah 31 and 31. Because one thing I found out, if anybody got something to say and you following the Bible, which they carry around all the time, and you actually following it, and they got something to say, they're not in the truth. Because they should have nothing to say. Well, one thing they should be asking you questions. Well, how can I do this too? No, I carry this Bible, I read it, but I don't find the way I'm supposed to. How do you do? What you doing? What I can do? Well, first of all, you need to get in all black and come in class with me. That's what you say to them. No, say to them men, get it all black and come on in class. Mm-hmm. Jeremiah 31 and 31. It reads, behold, the days come, says the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Verse 32, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt. See, that's who that covenant was with. Those people that was in slavery with Egypt. That's who he made the covenant with. Now you have these people that's off in Israel right now. They claim they those people, but everybody knows they are not. Everybody knows they are not. They know they are not. Matter of fact, look, while we are, let's go to Revelations 2 and 9. Just to further, see what the Most High says about it. Revelations 2 and 9. Let's see. Get a little time. Revelation 2 and 9 reads, I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich. Yeah, I know it look terrible for us, but you just don't know. You come into these laws, statutes, commandments, come under this one by the Isupk, you become rich. You become rich. Not rich in the sense that you got $20 million. You're rich in life. That's why you rich. That's that rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. The Most High know who you is, Amalek. Okay, I'm calling you by your biblical name, Amalek. We know who you are. The Most High knows you are. You're not getting away with that. And when this war finally heads over your way, you're gonna find out. Just to go further into go to chapter Revelation 3 and 9. It says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan who would say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. So that's what they're going to be right before our feet, kissing our boots, kissing our feet. Say, master, is anything I can do for you? How can I please your master? See, the role's going to reverse. At one time we was a slave. They're going to be the slave. They are going to be the slaves. We are going to be the masters. The way it was intended to be from the very jump. But we made mistakes. And we got punished for them. That's the thing about it. When they say we know what John 4:24 say, we know we worship, we know we break these laws, statutes, and commandments, we're gonna get punished. We know that. It ain't like we didn't know it. We just a stiff-necked, hard-headed people. Well, hey, I'm just gonna do it, whatever happened. And the Most High said, okay, here, take that. Now you got coronavirus. And matter of fact, now they got some new strain out now that's about to come out. And they still claiming it's not as severe as Delta and all that. Everything they claim, people still died from this Omicron. Every time, to try to say it, it's not this severe, Most High know what they're doing. Most High, like I said, he said he ain't gonna come to you as a man. He using biological warfare on you now, just like how they like to do biological warfare, put chemicals and stuff and pour. That's what the Most High doing. He doing it first. He doing it. They ain't gonna have a chance to do all that. Only thing gonna do have a chance to do is push that button and watch everything burn up. We go to Matthew 17:5. You know, that's all. That's what they want. You know, they want to run the world so bad. Go ahead, push the button. Go and get it over with. You know, go on down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Just go and get it over with. Let's go and do this. You know, you say you claim you're God. We finna find out how much of a God you is. You know, you go Matthew 17:5. It reads, while he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, this is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. Now, and this will this further show you, let you know Christ, you know, died for Israel, because the Most High, you know, when John baptized, and he brought him up by the water, the cloud overshadowed, say, hey, this is my beloved son. You know, hear him. But John did not. You know, he kept on with his water baptism when he supposed to have been following Christ. You know, and he knew it. He said, he told before he even came there, you know, came to get baptized, that, you know, somebody coming that's greater than me, whose shoe latches I'm not even worthy to, you know, to latch up. He knew it. But, you know, but I guess, you know, I guess he let his pride get to him. You know, he just let his pride get to him. You know, like I said, Christ is baptized with water. You know, he baptized you with these scriptures. You know, because you know, just like now they still use baptism. You know, you dunk a child molester off in that water. What comes up is a wet child molester. That's exactly what comes up. You know, who it is, whatever they are, they come out a wet, whatever they are. They're a murderer. They'll come up a wet murderer. Mm-hmm. And you go to Acts chapter 5, verse 30. I mean, like, I'm like, you know, they still practice. They say we are Old Testament Bible thumpers when everything they do is old. Their baptism, that was done away with once Christ came and was baptized. That was it. He said he's gonna baptize you with fire. They're not getting baptized with no fire. Why you think everybody leaving the churches? You know, the okie doke just about over. You got some holdouts, but it's coming. You know. Acts 5 and chapter 30. Chapter 30. The gods of our fathers raised up Yahushua, whom you slew and hanged on a tree. See, so that's what they did with Yahushua. They crucified him. You know, they crucified a just man, an honest man. A man didn't do nothing but love his people. He sacrificed himself for we could have another chance, for we could come back. No matter what was wrong with us or whatever, we could come back. We decided to come back and start out of these law, statutes, commandments, and we come back to the Most High, and He'll take us back. As we did in verse 31, said, him have God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sin. So that's what Christ can do. For we to have forgiveness. He gave his very life for us. And and everybody think he just did that, okay, I'm gonna just do it. No, that word Christ. Just think, you ain't just finna die. You finna be scourged, flogged, beaten, ridiculed, tortured. Man, well, man, no, you go. No, that where you, but he took on it. If first he questioned, he said, "Hey, God, if you can pass this cup from here, if not, your will be done." You know, he accepted like a G. You know, we don't took that punishment. He was bruised for our transgression. Bruised for our iniquities. He took all that punishment for all the sin we doing. But but right now you claim to be so holy, but yet you live so foul. See, Christ didn't die for you to be living a double life. He died for you to find the Isupk of the Commander Junior Hunter and learn from the priests and prophets of the Most High. And we'll show you how to live. Just like we all learn from each other in here. Why you think you'll never hear no mess about the Isupk? You hear Hebrew Israelite groups, but then you want to throw Isupk in there, which which I'm glad we got such a powerful and wise general who would get on there and explain, hey, there wasn't nobody from here. We don't get down like that. No matter my men get down like that because they're not taught that. If they is doing something like that, they won't be in here. That's pretty much what that is. We're not like those other groups. We got our own swag. We got our own thing going. We live in this life. We live in this life. The way the Most High wants us to live it. I just want to like all praise to the Most High to our new school. It's coming up slowly but surely. I want to give a shout out to Captain Kahlan, Priest Officer 5,000 Battle Bar, and Priest Officer 1,000 Nakawan, getting there, doing their thing and stuff, and also you became Ram Yalla, all brothers putting in their work, getting their school together, they get off work to head straight to the school, get to work on it, just want to give them a shout out, we're going to go to John chapter 10. We'll start at verse 14. John chapter 10, verse 14. And it reads, I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and I am known of mine. See, Christ said he's the good shepherd. So he know his sheep, and his sheep know him. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and lay down my life for the sheep. So that's Christ. He said he laid down his life for the sheep. He'll die for you. Because that's how much he loved you. Yes, that is how much Christ loved you, that he would give his very life to save you. And you need to start recognizing this. So I know y'all looking on YouTube, probably been watching for years, but I ain't even called in, which I watched for years, I finally called in though. I just didn't stay on the sideline. I got in the game. And you need to do the same. You know, you need to do exactly what they get in the game. You know, and say, and in verse 16 it said, and other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd. So we ain't gonna be no northern tribe, southern tribe. It's gonna be one fold and one shepherd. Ain't gonna have all these denominations. It's just gonna be the ISUK on the Commander Junior Honda, and that's it. There will be no other religions. No other religions, no doctrines and all that, philosophies and all that gonna be done away with. Because the ISUK is the home of the truth. You know, in a minute people start realizing that, and quit fighting it. Quit, not quit fighting it. Quit fighting, start fighting they flesh. That's all what's wrong with them. They flesh run them. That's why they don't believe in the law, statute, commandment, because they want to do what they flesh want to do. That's why they believe in immaculate conception, because they want to do what they flesh want to do. That's why they believe Yahweh Shah was such a nice guy, because they want to do what they flesh want to do. They want to do what they pastor say. You don't take all that. No. You don't take all that. Ain't nothing wrong with you eat no pork, just pray over it. And in Leviticus 8, I think it's 11th chapter, says about what all you can eat and what you can't eat. So you can't eat the swine, because even though he divided the hoof, he do not chew the cud. That's why you can't eat swine. But you got some people with the ideology like, hey, you gotta die for something. I mean, you have to actually see somebody die. Somebody in misery, and they ain't dying right off. They've been suffering for years to really know what a painful death is. See, they don't know that. Or they don't care till it happens. They don't care until this happens. That's when they want to cry to the Most High Power. He not going to hear him. Too late, sucker. You had your chance. You had your chance. I sent this priest to you. I sent that priest to you. I sent this priest to you. Even before them, I sent Moses to you. I sent all the prophets to you, and you heard me not. You heard them not. So I don't hear you. But that's a gamble they love taking, We go to Ezekiel 37:16. People they love to gamble, but they just don't know. When you are dealing in these states for your soul concern, that's a gamble I would not take. I would not gamble. I would not play with the Most High. So I know he's a terrible power. I know he's a jealous God. It's not about a mistake that you are off in here. You are off in here because you was chosen to be off in here. But the Most High chose you. You didn't choose the Most High. He chose you. But okay, we're gonna go to Ezekiel 37:16. And they read, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim. Joseph was the son of Ephraim and Manasseh. and for all the house of Israel his companions. Verse 17, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. Verse 18, and when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Verse 19, say unto them, thus said the Lord God, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. And let you know, he's gonna bring all the 12 tribes back together. Ain't gonna be no northern kingdom, ain't gonna be no southern kingdom. You know, it's gonna be one. You know, it's gonna be the tribes of Israel. You know, we're no longer gonna be lost. We're no longer gonna be separated. We're gonna be all the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel once again. You know, the Most High gonna put us back together. Like I said, this is not no fairy tale. These are not no lies. I'm coming to you. This is your history. You always wonder, man. They talk about Black history. They say, man, no, this Bible is Black history. This is brown. This is black and brown. You know, this is black. This is Hispanic, Latino, and First Nation people history right here. Whatever you can't find, through archives and everything like this, the Bible has it all. I know you probably want to go much and deep into this stuff, but hey, the Bible only can hold so much, it only can hold so much, and then you got to remember, a lot of our records was burned. A lot of them, the Romans, hid and kept for themselves. So there's no telling what else has been written. So I believe you pull a coup and hit the Roman Catholic Church and hit the Pope and go into those secret vaults and rooms they got. You probably find all our records that they've been keeping for thousands and thousands of years. You'll find everything you ever wanted to know. Like I said, they want to be us, but they're not us. Well, they're not us at all. Let's see. We go to 1 Corinthians 10, chapter 10, verse 1. Yeah, think about it. You gotta remember, everybody wants to look black, act black, but they don't want black problems. They don't want Hispanic problems. They don't want the Latino problem. They don't want the First Nation people problem. But they want to take on our culture. That's why they fail miserably at it. That's it. 1 Corinthians 10 and 1. Say, moreover, brother, I will not that you should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea. Verse 2, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea. Just remember when they go, remember how they had cloud following as they going through the wilderness, and they passed through the Red Sea. Only the Israelites done that. That's the people who Jesus died for. That's who Yahushua died for. Those people there. The people who went through that, people who went through slavery after slavery after slavery after slavery. Find you a Yiddish person. They'll say they've never been in slavery. Except they'll try to say they was in slavery to Egypt. Which they know they telling a blatant lie. They was never enslaved in Egypt. Matter of fact, they weren't even enslaved during the Holocaust. They were just they lived in, the word ghetto came from over there because they had them living in utter poverty. They called them ghettos. That's why we got the word ghettos over here. It came from Germany, the word ghetto. Because that's what they had them Jews living in. But then they was taking them to Auschwitz and doing whatever, doing all kind of experiments on them, and and straight up murdering them. You know, which and which, like I said, and which Hitler knew they wasn't real Jews. Like Hitler was not no dummy. He was not a dumb man. He was an intelligent man. He said, "You want to be a Jew?" So I mean, he said, according to the Bible, reading Daniel 7:9, so, he had willy hair and feet burnt by color of polished brass. You kind of pale to me. Let me see, can I darken you up a little bit? He burnt crispy. So see, he knew. Like I said, they all knew. Just to say it again, everybody on this earth know who we are. That's why they hate us, because they know we getting the covenant, we getting the promises. They got all the blessings. Their country is rich. They like say, "Oh yeah, we got our own country. This, that." When they come over here and become billionaires off our dollar. And you think they spread it in our community? Nope. They're sending it right home. While we left holding the bag, But that's how it is, though. You go to verse 3, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. So we drank the Christ blood, as a matter of speaking. We took on the teachings of Christ. We learned about Christ, just like we still learning now. Like I said, don't let no one take you off this path. Remember, remember Satan's always at work, trying to see how strong you is. Because the Most High might be bragging. Hey, see that brother there? That's a solid brother there. Oh man, he just like that because you got this. He's like that. Take that away from him. Take this away from him. Take that away from him. Watch what they do. When adversity comes, you gotta gird your loins up. We got Exodus 14. Exodus 14 and 29. Exodus 14:29 to read. And the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea. Now that's when the Most High parted the Red Sea, where they could go across to escape from the Egyptians. And the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. See, that's how it was, big old wall, wall of water as they passed through there. Verse 30. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. Verse 31.
And Israel saw the great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians. And the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant Moses. You know, you witness something like that. What? They're just like going to any river. You're in a bunch of people, you know, trying to escape with something. All of a sudden, the Most High come and and part part the river for you can walk across it. And then as soon as you get across and they come off in the, you let it fall back in on them, drown them. Yeah, you would fear the Most High because that's power. You know, that's he's the true power on the face of this earth. Not them idols that they have you worship. Caesar Borgia has no power. You know, in case you don't know who Caesar Borgia is, he that white Jesus that you worship every Sunday. You Christians? You know, did you know your boy was a child molester? He was he was part of the LGBTQ movement. You know, he was one of the founding fathers of it. You know, yeah, that was him. Him and Leonardo da Vinci was just like that. You know, it was tight. You know, tight in that sense of the word. They was tight. You know, he also committed incest with his sister. You know, and then he was a pedophile. But that's who you worship. That's like we know, just like we said in John 4:22, we know what we worship. And we sure don't worship Caesar Borgia. We worship a black man called Yahweh Shah who you know as Jesus Christ. And that's the real Christ. Not that painter of that Edomite with that straight hair. When Christ said he had hair white like wool, nappy hair. You know, just like a Judite, a Negro, you know, and nappy hair. Well, you know, let me see. Love the place here. Okay, yeah, there I go. Yeah, I guess I finished with that one because he did all that work. You know, he showed them right there his power. He already did all the plagues in Egypt. You know, showing and finally after that last plague he let them go, and then the Most High really wanted to show Israel his power. We say, okay, he let us go, but I'm gonna harden his heart again. Make him chase after. So that's what he did. And he showed how power he brought Egypt down to their knees. And it seemed like every nation that came through conquered Egypt further and further. Well, Egypt is just desolate now. It's just a tourist attraction now. It's just one of the seven wonders of the world now. Go see the pyramids of Giza and stuff like that. That's about all. It's just a tourism site now. That's their capital on tourism. So that's how God destroyed Egypt, who had us in slavery for 400 years, and that's the same thing He gonna do to America and all the other nations that had us in captivity. So you're not getting the pass on that. Sorry. You're not getting the pass. You gotta pay what you owe. We go to Isaiah 45 and 4 and 5. 4. Isaiah 45 and 4. Yeah. This thing about it, you gotta think about it. We was enslaved by every nation on this earth. And the scripture reads, who your he that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. So they're gonna be our slaves. So you want to be part of this? Need to get in all black and come on in. Like I said, the first round has started. Like I said, they bombing you know what, out of the Ukraine, and they letting up. You know, Isaiah chapter 45 verse 4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Just we say, he surnamed you, even though you have not known me, even though you ain't paid the Most High no attention, but you still his. Because the promises he made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In verse 5, I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. Just let you know, just because you ain't you don't know the Most High, hey, but he got you, because he gonna make you know him. You made me dumb to the fact now, but hey, come off at this truth, you'll know the Most High. You see, he loved you from the very beginning, and you ain't require nothing special out of you except to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, which is not grievous. I know Pastor Pork Chop teacher, hey, yeah, it's hard for me to give up this pork, I just love it, I just love the swine. Thank the Lord for the swine, but it's devil itself. It's like, I know I'm married and got about 3 outside women, but according to you, but he'll love to get on the next brother that's doing got about 3 or 4 women, and he talk about him like a dog in front of the whole church, embarrass him and everything. But he living just as foul, and he got a title, But that's new. Go to Romans 11 and 26. Romans 11:26 is read. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written. So it was written long before that Israel was going to be saved, even though he turned his back on us for a while, but that was just for a while. He was going to reclaim his children. He went Most High keep his promise. He promised Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Israel would be cannot be numbered. They'll be like the sand of the sea. He keep his promises. To his elect. He keep his promises. So there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. Yeah, he gonna take all the Christ carrying. Christ gonna come. Gonna take all this ungodly stuff away from us. Scoop us up in a spaceship. That's what I'm trying. I'm working hard because I want to get on that spaceship. While all the Christians are singing, I see you in the rapture. When they're gonna be singing it, but they're gonna be hearing, caught up in the rapture of love. No, that's all the rapture they're gonna be hearing right there. While we that's off in this truth gonna be going up out on spaceships, leaving them behind. That's what we gonna be doing. In verse 27, for this is my covenant unto them when I shall take away their sins. Yeah, so you go take away our sins. But you got to put in some work though. Okay, no, you just can't sit around living any kind of way and expect the Most High to do something for you. What are you doing? You gotta follow these law, statutes, commandments. You gotta, hey, you see these priests out on the street, hey, hold us up. When somebody coming up against us, though, hey, you supposed to be able to speak out. Say, these men are speaking the true word of God. Y'all need to shut up. That's what we need. And we also need you in here to help this nation grow. That's exactly what we need out of you. See, yeah. But some people they just well, it's hard to explain. Some people, they say you can show a horse water, but you can't make them drink. Lead them to water, but you can't make them drink. You know, that's what we have. You know, they want to do things their way, not the Lord's way. They want it their way. We're gonna go to Isaiah. We're gonna go to Jeremiah 56, but they want to do things their way. They want everything to be easy, nothing hard. You know, they get to fulfill they lust and everything, and still expect to make it to the kingdom, which they're gonna fall short. It takes sacrifice, it takes dedication, it takes zeal. If you don't have those things, you ain't gonna do nothing. But watch this world get on fire. Jeremiah 56. Let's see. My people have been lost sheep. The shepherd has caused them to go astray. And don't that sound just like us? No, we was off in that Christian church believing in all those black leaders and everything like that. You know, let's go farther back a little bit. Before my time, let's take the 60s. Back when they had the civil rights movement. Our black leaders, and Martin Luther King, how he jumped in bed with whoever just to get whatever he wanted and wasn't thinking about us. And then at the very end, gonna finally admit that he believed his dream is become a nightmare, and he led his people into a burning house. Yeah, that's what you exactly did. It's exactly what you did. He said, well, people have been lost sheep. The shepherd had caused them to go astray. And that's what you did, Martin Luther King. You made us go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains, and they have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. And this will happen when that happened, and this will happen to us. All that found them have devoured them. These other nations tore our butt up, still tearing us up. And their adversaries said, we are fearing not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. So they already knew. We got to have weak leaders. They ain't keeping these law, statutes, commandments. They God not willing. We can get them. We can jump on their head. There ain't nothing, and just like now they do something. No, it really wasn't like that. They don't take no accountability for nothing. We'll see now. You come off to this truth, you're gonna have to worry about that no more. Because most high be protecting you. Most high will be protecting you. And this a thing with a lot of people. They say they believe in God, but they don't believe in God. They don't believe in him. They don't believe he that powerful. Well, he is. He showed it all through the scriptures. And that's why you ever wonder why we tail and not the head because we didn't keep the law. That's why we the tail and not the head, because we didn't keep the law. Okay, we're gonna go to Galatians. Let's see, chapter 3, verse 16. The book of Galatians, chapter 3, verse 16. Now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. Saying, let me reiterate. Now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. Okay, Ishmael, you say you off in there? No. You were promised 12 princes and kingdom. You got that. The promises were given unto Isaac. So you can get off that train right there. You can get off that one. You know that line ain't working no more. He said not, and to seeds as of many, as of one, and to the seeds which is Christ. He go all the way down to Christ, all Abraham whole lineage. That came from out of Isaac and Jacob. Ishmael ain't had nothing to do with that. He the father of those Arabians, them Syrians, all them guys, all them guys over there in the Middle East. That's Ishmael children. Been fighting each other forever. We're gonna skip down to 20, verse 26. Verse 26. For ye are all the children of Yahweh by faith, and Yahweh shall by shout. Verse 27. For as many of you as have been baptized into Christ have put on Christ. And this next scripture that these Christians love to use to be grafted in. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. They use that, bring in other denominations. They bring in the Edomites, the Ishmaelites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Japhites, the Hamites. They bring in the whole. It's look like the whole rainbow coalition when you go into that place. Or the Great American Melting Pot. But they use the scriptures to grab other nations in. But I say, hey, no, they can't get in. No, they can't get in. Too sad, too bad, so sad. It's not for you. You're not a tribe of Israel, not you're not a Judite, so you're not a Gadite, so that don't mean you. We'll go to Romans 9 and chapter 3. And that's the problem. Why, like the scripture says, why give your honor to another? Why is you latching on to other people when you don't even love your own like that? And you're supposed to love your own. But no, you rather love the other man instead of the brother man. Oh, Lord help them, Romans chapter 9, verse 3. This Paul speaking. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh. So he wish he could be a curse for Christ. His brothers, for his brothers to be saved. He want his brothers to be saved. If it means he had to give up his, he'd rather have his brother saved. So that's real brotherhood. In verse 5, verse 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law, and the service of God and the promises. Verse 5, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came, who is over all. Yahweh blessed forever. Amen. You know, so Christ came for Israel. Now, none of the, you ain't see nothing but he came for another nation. You didn't hear nothing but about Israel. Nothing but Israel. That's all you heard. If you get a chance, like you on your job, that slavery and everything. If somebody asks you, don't tell them, they may hear, they may not hear. But you can't say you told them. You did your due diligence right there by telling them. You ain't just leave them in the dark. We're gonna drop down to 23. Yeah. Verse 23, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. Verse 24, even us, whom we have called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. So they like they never not there, but the Gentile use Gentiles. The Gentiles can either be a stranger or a Jew that doesn't live in the land of Israel. That's it, And he said also in Hosea, I will call them my people, which are not my people, and her beloved, which will not be loved. Verse 26, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living God. So like I said, it was one time when we was not called God people. He was, he was wroth. He was mad at us, for following after other gods. No, you want to get the Most High mad, follow after another God. He said that's a smoke in his nose. You don't watch cartoons. You watch a bull or something, or animal or something. Smoke come out his nose because he's bad. See, that's Most High when you serving another God. When you can't, we're gonna go to the book of Hosea, chapter 1. We're gonna start at verse 7. Yeah, the Most High did away with us for falling after false gods that couldn't hear, see, talk, walk, or do anything for them. But yet, that's who they was praying. Let's just say, let's take away the bowing down to an idol. Let's say your God is women. Your God is money. Your God is material things. Oh, Most High ain't gonna have that. It's either him or nothing at all. Go to Hosea 1:7. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. I'm going to skip down to verse 9. Then said Yahweh, call his name, Lo am I, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. Verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place that where it was said unto them, you are not my people, there shall be said unto them, you are the sons of the living God. So the Most High took us back. And like you said there, yeah, the Most High, he all love and long suffering, but he hadn't punished us for a while, just like any good father. You on time out. And he had to put that strap on us. Had to whip our backside, Get us right. That's why you had the ISUK, you know. I know a lot of people, like I said, it's a lot of people that confused. They come to me with questions, though. So why so many groups? I say, hey, look here. That's it. I said, just like why is it so many, Baptist churches? So so many Church of God in Christ, so many apostolic churches, so many Pentecostal churches, so many Roman Catholic churches. I said, you got to look at it like that, So somebody wanted to teach their own thing, and that's about pretty much, all it is, you know. And then we go down to verse 11, you know. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land. For great shall be the day of Jezreel. That'll be a great day when we come from out of, modern day Babylon, modern day Egypt. We make that when we make that great exodus out of here. It's gonna be a great day. I'm gonna let me see. Let me what's this? Psalms 50 and 5. Psalm chapter 50 and verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. So that's only can be taught about the Israelites. We made a covenant with them to sacrifice. If you're part of ISUBK, you're under the covenant because you sacrifice. Whatever was you left out there, and you come in here, that was a sacrifice. That was a sacrifice right there. So give yourself a hand being in this truth and change your life around. And stand on the path. Because it ain't, because you have everything coming at you left and right, front and back. When you were just out there, seemed like everything was at a standstill. Now that you're in this truth, everything coming at you. But that's the way it is, And we go to my last verse, Hebrews. Chapter 8, verse 8. Okay. This book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 8. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, said the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Verse 9. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continue not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, said the Lord. Verse 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. Now that's pretty much who Christ died for, the Israelites. And the Israelites were black. They was black and brown. They was like the Most High said, but my people are like unto a speckled bird, becoming many different shades of black, dark, very light, all kind of colors, caramel color, peanut butter color, any kind of brown you can name that's black and brown you can name, that's us. That's my class. My priest is also 50 Yahar. I want to say Shalom Bashim Al Shah Barakathon to all the brothers. And to the sisters, like say Shalom Yahweh Shemal Thon Bashim Al Shah. I want to say Shalom Israel and Kwam Yashala.